Archangel Michael says, I stood by your bed while you were crying, and this is what you need to hear. You may not remember the exact moment, but last night, something sacred happened. While your body trembled silently beneath the weight of your thoughts, an unseen presence filled the room with divine light. The air grew still. Time slowed down. Your soul called out without a sound. And heaven responded. Archangel Michael was there, watching, protecting, and gently placing peace where there was none. He heard the pain you never voiced, the questions you're too afraid to ask. And in that quiet moment, your silent tears were seen by the realm above. This message was not meant for everyone. If it's reached you, it means you've been chosen to hear it. For too long, you've carried the burdens of others, buried your needs beneath responsibilities, and pushed your emotions aside in the name of strength. But heaven never intended for you to do it alone. Archangel Michael whispers now, you are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. There's a reason you woke up feeling heavy. A sacred energy wrapped around you in the night, lifting some of what you couldn't carry anymore. Perhaps you've questioned why your life feels paused, why answers aren't arriving. But what you didn't see last night was the spiritual battle waged for your peace. Angels stood guard over your bed. And Archangel Michael, with his sword of divine light, cut through the negative forces trying to drain your spirit. You didn't wake up by chance, you woke up because you survived. What was meant to break you failed. The tears you cried were sacred offerings, heard by the Creator and answered with divine presence. There are moments in life when we feel abandoned by the very forces we pray to. When signs seem silent and miracles delayed. But sometimes, the answer comes not through words, but presence. Last night was one such moment. You were embraced in a blanket of light, your name spoken in the halls of heaven, and your soul marked with grace. The angels watched. God listened. And Archangel Michael stood as your shield in a world that rarely sees your pain. The reason this message found you today is because you're standing at a turning point. The grief, the weariness, the doubts, they've all built up to this moment. Your tears have watered the soil for something sacred to grow. Archangel Michael is preparing the path forward. But before you step into it, you must know this: your value has never diminished because of your suffering. In fact, your resilience is the very reason heaven keeps intervening. You've been feeling things shifting, people acting strange, dreams becoming vivid, emotions more intense than usual. That's not coincidence. It's the spiritual world awakening around you. And Archangel Michael wants you to stay alert. Because very soon, someone or something will try to test your progress. You must not return to what once broke you. This next chapter requires your full attention, your discernment, and your faith. You didn't endure all this to fall again. Many have underestimated your journey. They see your quiet spirit and assume weakness. But heaven sees your quiet strength and crowns it with honor. Archangel Michael wants you to reclaim your power, not through aggression, but through alignment. You are entering a season where what was taken will return, what was broken will be rebuilt, and what was lost will find its way back, but only if you remain aware of the signs. Last night wasn't random. It was divine appointment. You've been walking through a valley, but Archangel Michael has walked beside you, sword drawn, clearing a path through shadows and confusion. He's not done yet. In the days to come, expect confirmation, through numbers, through unexpected kindness, through moments that make your spirit pause. They'll be soft, but unmistakable. These are reminders that you're not alone. You've never been alone. Archangel Michael's message ends with this: you are stronger than what tried to harm you, and more protected than you realize. Do not ignore what you feel in your spirit. You were prayed for, you were seen, and now you are being led. So many times, you've questioned your worth in silence. You've asked yourself if your prayers ever reached anyone, if your pain even matters in a world so loud. But what happened last night wasn't just comfort, it was an answer. A divine echo reminding you that heaven listens, even to the softest sobs. Archangel Michael stood by not just to comfort you, but to witness you. To remind your soul that it still has divine backing even when the physical world feels cold and indifferent. You were never meant to carry so much alone. The heartbreaks, the betrayal, the loneliness, each moment was seen. And yet, your spirit never gave up. That is what heaven celebrates: your endurance, your silent prayers, your quiet belief that maybe, just maybe, something greater is still guiding you. And it is. That guiding force has a name, and last night, it stood in your room, cloaked in light, armed with divine strength. The spiritual realm operates outside the limits of human sight. While you slept, energies around you shifted. Blocks began to dissolve. The plans of those who worked against you spiritually were dismantled. You didn't see the war, but you're feeling the aftermath. That sense of release, the moment of clarity you had upon waking, the sense of peace despite not understanding why, that was the result of angelic intervention. Michael doesn't just watch, he wars for your soul. You've come far. But the next steps are crucial. This isn't just a season of healing, it's a time of preparation. What's coming will require a stronger version of you, not one hardened by pain, but one awakened by purpose. And that awakening starts now. Pay attention to repeated numbers like 111, 333, 444, especially at moments when your thoughts are heavy. These aren't coincidences, they're calls from above, gently steering you back to alignment. Someone close to you has sensed this shift too. They may not speak it, but their behavior will reflect it. As your energy rises, it will either inspire or expose those around you. Don't be surprised if people begin to fall away. Let them. This next chapter isn't meant for everyone. Archangel Michael is clearing your path, making room for new connections, soul-aligned blessings, and divinely timed opportunities. What's been delayed is not denied, it's being rerouted for your highest good. Your soul is in transition. The dreams you've had lately, the strange pull towards certain words or music, they're not accidental. They're reminders of who you truly are, a soul with divine lineage, walking a sacred journey. Archangel Michael wants you to remember your essence. You were never just a human surviving this life. You are a divine being, temporarily housed in flesh, eternally loved by the Creator, and fiercely protected by the archangels. Now, more than ever, you're being asked to tune out the chaos of the world and listen within. The guidance you seek isn't out there, it's already whispering inside of you. That inner pull, that sudden clarity, that urge to pause and reflect, it's Michael's energy prompting you. Trust it. This isn't the time to doubt. It's the time to move with divine precision. Heaven is aligning what was once scattered. The reason this message came to you today is because timing matters. Heaven does not work randomly. Archangel Michael waited until your spirit was ready to receive this, and now that you have, you're being called into sacred action. Not loud, rushed action, but quiet, intentional alignment. The next 7 days will hold signs. You may encounter an old friend, receive unexpected news, or feel led to take a new path. These are part of your divine roadmap. And when it happens, remember this moment. Remember that before anything changed outside, something shifted inside. That shift is sacred. Guard it. Water it. And honor it. Archangel Michael isn't done. His presence is near. And your soul, after so many years of waiting, is finally being remembered by the heavens. You might wonder, why now? Why is everything surfacing at once, the emotions, the signs, the messages you keep stumbling across? It's because your soul reached a breaking point. Not to collapse, but to awaken. Archangel Michael has stood in silence for so long, waiting for your spirit to open enough to receive truth, and now, that time has come. Heaven works in patterns, not chaos. Last night wasn't just about comfort. It was about realignment. You've been silently drifting from your divine purpose, caught up in distractions that wear down your light. But now, heaven is calling you back. The ache you feel isn't weakness, it's direction. The tears weren't a sign of defeat, they were the soul's language. And Michael heard every word. You were never truly forgotten. You were being prepared. Every painful delay, every door that shut, every "why me?" It was shaping you into someone spiritually equipped to carry your light through darkness. You are no longer who you used to be. Your energy is evolving, and with it, your reality must change too. Some relationships may not survive this shift. Let them go with grace. Anyone meant to walk this divine path with you will rise to meet you. The rest? Bless them and release. If your body has been tired lately, if you felt drained despite resting, that's spiritual recalibration. Michael's presence doesn't just protect your energy, it resets it. You may even begin waking at specific times, 3:33, 4:44, these are divine timestamps marking spiritual downloads. Don't ignore them. Use those moments to breathe, pray, and listen. The veil between realms is thinner now than it's been in years, and if you've been hearing a name, seeing a feather, sensing a presence, know that someone from the other side is watching. A loved one, long past, has been trying to get through. Last night, as you wept, they were near. Guiding. Guarding. Reminding you that the bond of love transcends time, space, and death. That warning in your heart? That sudden chill? That unexplainable warmth? It's them. And Michael is the bridge between your heart and theirs. Now, more than ever, you must protect your energy. Spiritual warfare doesn't always look like demons and shadows. Sometimes, it looks like exhaustion, apathy, confusion, things designed to pull you off your divine path. Michael stood over your bed because your spirit called out. And heaven answered. This isn't just about hope. It's about preparation. You're stepping into a new frequency now. Don't carry old pain into sacred territory. And before you move forward, pause for a moment and remember this truth: you are divinely chosen. Not for perfection, but for purpose. You've been through enough to know how to lead others through the dark. That is your calling. That is your light. And Archangel Michael will walk beside you every step of the way. Archangel Michael doesn't appear for just anyone. His presence is a sign that your life is entering a divine shift that will test your strength, your belief, and your soul's readiness. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to rise. In the silence of your darkest hour, heaven saw your light still flickering. And that flicker was enough. There's a reason the enemy tried to silence you with confusion. There's a reason your dreams became cloudy. That you stopped feeling excitement about things that once brought you joy. Because the closer you get to divine truth, the more the shadows fight to dim your light. But Michael stands in their way now, not to shield you forever, but to teach you how to protect yourself. You were not created to live in fear. You were not designed to carry shame. And you were never meant to believe you're alone. The war you've been fighting wasn't just physical. It's spiritual. That unexplained heaviness, that invisible pressure, that's not your imagination, it's spiritual interference. But you've endured. And now, Archangel Michael is equipping you with what you need for this next chapter. You might start noticing things more clearly now, the way a stranger looks at you with silent recognition, the way you stumble upon scriptures or signs you needed, the way animals react around you, or how your dreams are becoming more vivid. These are not coincidences. You are being fine-tuned. Your frequency is rising. The reason your blessing was delayed was not punishment, it was protection. You weren't ready. Not emotionally. Not spiritually. But now your soul is cracking open in ways that allow God's light to pour in. What once broke you is now building you. And the breakthrough is near, closer than you think. That's why the attacks have intensified. That's why your heart feels like it's racing one moment and tired the next. You're in spiritual labor. And what's being born through you is divine, and while others may laugh, while some may call this dramatic or delusional, you know the truth in your bones. Because deep down, something sacred within you recognizes this moment. This message. This timing. That's why you're still listening. Because you feel it. You've always felt it. Even when you tried to suppress it. Even when you stopped believing in yourself, heaven never stopped believing in you. So don't stop now. Don't silence your soul when it's finally ready to speak. Archangel Michael didn't choose this time lightly. He stood beside your bed for a reason. Because in this hour, you are being called back to who you really are. If this message stirred something in your soul, don't ignore it. If your heart whispered, "This is for me," it was. Heaven is watching how you respond in this very moment. So pause, and let the divine know you received this message loud and clear. Tap the like button as your confirmation to heaven that you're ready. Leave a comment below, your voice might be the next message someone else needs. Share this video with someone who's silently struggling. And if this message touched your spirit, support this divine mission with a super thanks. It helps this light reach more chosen souls like you. And lastly, if your soul is aligned with this frequency, join this sacred journey by staying connected here. Your moment has only just begun.